I'm very bad at intros. Here's what I do for my intro.
Okay.
I go, hey, YouTuber. Hey, fans of mine. It's my intro. Yes. Zooming on my face like the kids all do. That's my intro.
Hold on. Are you saying this is like a cut, like an editing zoom, or you are physically zooming?
Pop.
Here's my intro, guys. Hello, everybody.
I like it to feel organic, so I feel like if I'm gonna zoom, this is intense, but...
You physically move your face closer to the camera, or in editing you do a zoom in? And
both.
You're just...
Extra zoom.
Whoa, that's advanced.
Zoom plus.
That's
Zoom. And we're on Zoom, so it's 3 times the Zoom.
Zoom 3.0.
I'll quit comedy now.
Let's start this collab.
Are you crying from laughing?
Yeah, always.
Oh, well, you could have let me feel special about it.
Yes, I am crying from
that hurt.
Specifically with how funny you're being.
I was like, I am doing really well right now. I'm making people weep. Alayna, weep with laughter. And then you're like, oh, anything. Literally, someone farts, I start
always
crying.
Crying like a little bit. You helped.
I helped. I'm so glad.
Hi, everybody. I used to have a series called Lesbian versus Bisexual, where I would bring on my various lesbian identifying friends, and we would have conversations about various LGBTQ topics. No longer bisexual identifying. Currently, baby gay identifying. Ashley Gavin, how are you identifying?
I'm a big old lesbian. Elderly, geriatric, f***ing gay.
That is the new title of the series.
If you had a great aunt who loved you very much, but was also very intensely gay, that's how I identify.
Just tell me that you love me, Ashley Gavin.
Alayna, I have loved you for years. Alayna, this was not the way that I thought this would happen, but I need to tell you something. And the thing I need to tell you is that I think you're fantastic, and I love you very much.
Oh my God, I love you too.
This would be a great moment to zoom because it's like heartwarming.
I've been editing my own videos for a literal decade. I probably don't.
No. I started like 3 weeks ago, so I'm just gonna let you know.
That would have been a good spot.
People love the zoom.
Thank you so much. I'll take that into consideration when I'm editing this in the future. Okay, my turn. Ashley Gavin. Ever since I discovered your podcast, I've been waiting to just really embrace my gayness and talk to you about gay sex.
Alayna was on an episode of We're Having Gay Sex, and it's a fan favorite. I think it's our most downloaded episode, actually.
No, really?
Maybe not historically, because the first episode has been out for so long, but in terms of like a 1 month time
period. We're just gonna say total and historically.
Yeah, historically, so much more than all of the other episodes combined, actually.
I need you to tell me I'm the best.
Hands down, the best. Everyone is already like, when are you going to bring Alayna back? I was like, she was on the podcast 2 weeks ago.
It's a pandemic. Down. Give her a chance to have some more gay sex. Oh, which, by the way, hi, everybody. My name's Alayna Joy. For any of you who don't know me, I talk mostly about the LGBTQ community here on this channel. And this is Ashley Gavin. She's the host, co-creator of We're Having Gay Sex. Literally one of my favorite podcasts.
Thank you.
Like, actually,
that
of all
time.
That
means
a lot
to me.
I've said it before, but I've never said it here. I think that it's hilarious. I think it's important. I think it's informative in like a really accessible way. Just really love what you do on that show. If any of you haven't checked it out, it'll be linked in the description. But I had talked myself down multiple times from reaching out to you to be like, can I be on your podcast?
Are you kidding me?
No. I would chicken out every time and be like, Alayna, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, I can't. You have a blue check mark. Everyone at home is going to be like, Ashley is so obnoxious. Of course I would have had you on. You've affected so many young gay people and used to bi people, whatever. You've affected so many young I'm kidding. I don't know what the vibe of your channel is, but the people at home need to know that I am joking all the time.
Are you going to do a Zoom there? Is that going to be a Zoom moment?
I am joking. I mean, this is up to you. You can decide whether or not to Zoom. Personally, artistically speaking, I would Zoom at this moment.
I'll make a note of that.
But listener, viewer, Alayna, what do you call your fans?
My viewers.
Little joy babies. Joy babies.
That's not... We don't want that.
Joy riders. You are valid no matter how you identify. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. But I will also roast you from the bottom of my heart.
She also loves me from the bottom of her heart, as we heard earlier.
More than anyone.
I don't.
You got it. Babe.
Wow, this is escalating quickly.
Yeah, it really is. You know, in the arts, they'll probably cut this, but in the arts, we get told how to do our jobs by people all the time. What?
You just told me how to edit again.
Oh, my bad. We should just go back.
It's okay. This is what love feels like. Relationships are hard work.
Relationships are hard and communication is extremely difficult. And this is technically only our second date.
Okay, so we're here not only to fall in love.
But that's the first priority.
That is the number one thing on the list. After that, second, I went over on my Instagram and I asked you guys for questions that you would want to ask a seasoned lesbian. And we're gonna answer them today because I know myself, being someone who feels fairly new to the community, there's so many things that I don't know. And so I think it's helpful for me, and I hope helpful for those of you watching at home, to hear from somebody who's more experienced or who has been out longer is essentially what I mean. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you or when you came out, how you identify?
Yeah, absolutely. Almost certain of my sexuality my entire life. Like girl crushes since I was really little, like full out knew that they were girl crushes. I'm talking like 8 years old, but like desperately feared that I would never be attracted to a man. So like I was just sort of like holding out hope that I would be bi. You know what I mean? Like white knuckling it through middle school, like it'll happen. Meanwhile, everyone knows I'm gay. And I came out in college the absolute worst way possible. I got cheated on by my college girlfriend. She slept with a guy. Jen.
For context, that's her current girlfriend's name,
not
the girl who cheated on her in college.
It's also, it's her name too. There's
her
new
real
Jen
name?
and old Jen. Let me do another take. Megan. There you go.
Do you think this is a place I should do a Zoom?
Clean. Absolutely a Zoom. So I got cheated on. I was so upset, and I instantly was like, I have no one to turn to. I will tell my mother what's happening. So I had to call my mother, tell her A, that I might be gay. I wasn't really sure. B, that my best friend, Megan.
Now we're saying Megan.
It could be either Megan or Jen. You don't know. Little Joy Rider, Joy Baby. That's what they're called. That feels like
a punishment. Like it feels like I'm being scolded.
I don't know what to tell you. The fans have demanded. They slid into my DMs and they were like, would you just please tell Alayna that we want to be the Joy Baby? But yeah, I told her that I might be gay, that my best friend was not really my best friend. And then I had to tell her that this woman was my girlfriend and cheated on me with a man. That is a lot of information
at one time
to anyone. That's how I came out.
In college. So now that you're elderly geriatric, it's been a while.
I am 33. My instinct was to make kissy sounds into the mic, but I shouldn't do that, right?
Oh, no. Oh, okay. How do you know whether you're just friends or whether it's something more? When you're someone who's mostly dated the opposite gender, had more stereotypically straight relationships, there are so many scripts that you can follow, right? Like that are given to us in the media. When you're trying to figure out a queer relationship, those boundaries between friendship and something more, or like a romantic relationship or whatever, it's so blurred. Like, how do you know?
I hear this question all the time, and I'm like, just f***ing ask her out. Because if you feel in your gut, if your gut is like, wow, I don't know whether or not we're friends, I would say with very high probability you're more than just friends.
Like, you can feel a vibe.
Yeah, if you're feeling a vibe, you might as well just ask her out. My anthem for life is just ask her out. Just ask her out.
I like that the anthem or the advice is just ask her out and not just kiss her. So much more consent-based.
Well, look, if she opens her mouth and invites you to stick your tongue in there, go for it. But like, I know you don't want to jeopardize the friendship, but there is a way to say like, hey, I'm getting a vibe. I love our friendship, but I can't ignore the vibe. Is it there for you too? And if it's not, I'm totally happy to just be friends or like not talk for 2 or 3 weeks and like come back to being friends if this like made you uncomfortable. I think that's totally a fine thing to say to people. And if this person is so insulted that you could possibly be attracted to them, I don't think that speaks well to their reaction.
I love the offering of maybe we don't talk for 3 weeks and then we can come back to being friends. That to me feels like such a low pressure, like such a good option where it's like, here's this thing I'm presenting to you about a way that I feel. If you don't feel the same way and it makes you uncomfortable in any way, let's take some space and then come back to it.
Right.
Oh, that
and
feels good. I've never thought of that.
3 weeks was such a random number, joy babies. I just made that up. But like basically offer that if you have made them feel uncomfortable and they need to process it, that you are totally open to like a processing time.
And it will take exactly 3 weeks, tried and true. 3 weeks is the specific amount of time.
If it's 1 day shorter, they will never speak to you again. If it's one longer, there's gonna be a train crash that you're responsible for.
There's actually so many questions in here about flirting versus friendship.
If she's looking at your mouth, if she's looking at your mouth, if she keeps looking at your mouth, you gotta make a move. If she's playfully touching your arm, then you gotta make a move. If you are texting more than you text with your other friends by a significant margin, you gotta make a move. If you like stay up talking on the phone, like a lot.
When you're sitting together on the couch, you're touching in some way.
I don't touch my friends.
Right.
Gara and I, from the podcast, we never touch. We do not touch. If I'm touching you, it's because I want to bang.
There's the title of the video.
It's true. Oh my God. Like right here, if you get a touch here, you are golden. If you get a touch on the leg, you should have been 3 months ago.
See, this is tricky because first of all, I can't do the look at the mouth. I'm like a pure panic. Like I will consciously look at no mouth.
If you're trying to Alayna, if she's looking you dead between your eyes and not into the eyes, she wants to bang.
And don't take the touches as anything because I touch everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a very
you're
like,
leading on all the gays. We're going home, we're like, oh, Alayna, touch me on the arm.
Little butt grab, consensually. How certain were they that they didn't like men? Is it something that you just know?
Oh, I wanted so badly to like men, and I think I was like kind of tricking myself into it with like a very small number of men. I don't know quite how to describe it. With women, my heart explodes inside my chest, and like I'm like I can't eat and I want to vomit, and also you know, you get the downstairs reaction. I never got the downstairs reaction. I could really hype myself up emotionally about a guy if I like tricked my brain into it, but never stuff down there.
It's so tricky. It can be so tricky because I genuinely didn't know for so many years, for 28 years, I genuinely thought that I was attracted to men, but now looking back, I realized that I was confusing love in a friendship type of way, like a platonic love, a deep care, a companionship, loving a life that I'm building, loving a person, equating all of those things with a romantic love. And then like I've always been a flirty person. I've always been a sexual person. And so I didn't recognize the differences. I didn't recognize the differences until I really started having experiences with women, and I was like, oh no, this is so different.
And I think it's okay if like you can't put an exact label on it. If you're like, I don't know where between bi and gay I am, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gay, but you that guy. And you liked it.
Yeah.
You can still be gay. Like, don't worry about it.
But I also, I understand the question. I get that question a lot, and it comes from a place of like, how do you know? How can I be sure? And that's really hard to answer because we're not you. You know, like you really can only answer that for yourself. For me, I needed to have those experiences with not men to know in myself that something was different. It doesn't sound like you needed to have.
Absolutely not.
Like I needed the data. I'm a facts, data, logistics kind of person. So like I needed data to analyze. But some people, you just know in your gut.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you any less gay, any more gay, anything. It's up to you. You can be gay if you want to.
Because it's a choice. That's what your
That is what I was getting at. Right? Yeah, you can be gay if you want to, and you should choose gay because
if you can choose to be with a woman for the rest of your life, being straight just sounds horrifying.
Who would choose that? Who would choose that?
If I were bi, I don't think I think I'd just be like, all right, I'm afraid that men are Republicans. Every guy, I would just, you know what I mean?
I do, but they're not.
Sometimes they are though.
Yeah, that's
I feel like they are a lot.
And it's like, is it really worth the risk?
No. You just wake up one day with a Republican in your bed. You have a kid and he's half Republican.
Oh, there's so many good ones. It's tough.
You have cool fans.
I have cool what?
You have cool fans. Like, I can tell that you have
Who
cool
are they?
fans.
What are they?
Oh, the Joy Babies. The Joy Babies are very cool.
Does kissing become less meaningful when you've done it a lot?
I will say, I think that people forget to kiss in their very long-term relationships the way that they used to kiss at the beginning of their long-term relationships. Sometimes it's just really fun to just make out, and you kind of forget that because, like, you have the option, like, the bed is there and you, like, live together. You know what I mean? You don't, like, think about it. But one time I was making out with a girl in the park, and it was, I'm gonna be honest, the most disgusting PDA I've ever participated in, and I deeply regret it, and I apologize to everyone at
Would you like to
Tompkins
make a
Square
statement
Park.
now for all the Joy Babies?
Hi, Joy Babies. I'm so sorry about that time where I made out with that girl in the park for, like, honestly a full hour and I was wet through my pants. It was embarrassing. It shouldn't have been done. I probably alienated myself from the gay community. Probably straight people are everywhere being like, oh, those gays, they're always flaunting it. Look at Ashley Gavin and Tompkins Square Park. Like,
yeah,
you know?
I did hear about it. Personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not a representation of who I am or what I believe about PDA, and I'll be better. I'll do better.
Wow. Honestly, that's inspirational.
But it was really fun.
And you're like, and I would like to do it again sometime, Jen. Let's find one more good one. Oh my God. Okay, I actually want to know this because I'm terrified.
Okay.
Is lesbian bed death a thing?
I've never had it.
Thank God.
I hear about it, but I also hear about straight relationships that have bed death. So,
oh yeah,
this is such a generic statement, and I'm not an expert, so take it with a grain of salt. But if both of you are sort of regular sex drive people or in that realm, and suddenly the sex has stopped, it's probably worth discussing your relationship. Look, we all get busy. We all have times in our lives where we're like, oh, it's like kind of been a while since we have, and of course it slows down as like the newness of the relationship, the shine isn't there anymore.
But you wouldn't say, as a seasoned, been there, done that gay, that it's a consistent part of queer relationships.
I think that's a huge exaggeration.
Yeah, I should ask my friend Eva about it because she's a sex scientist, a sex researcher. Very cool job.
Yeah, take this me, cut me out, and and put in the other girl.
Malfunction?
I told you how to edit your video again.
It's also reassuring to hear that you, as a seasoned lesbian, haven't experienced lesbian bed death as like a consistent part of your relationships.
I have not, and also I believe there's a study that says that lesbians have the highest level of sexual gratification.
Yep, the most orgasms by far.
All the orgasms. Every single one, Joy Babies.
At this point, it's triggering my misophonia. I think we can end on that question. Any wisdom you want to impart, lastly?
Don't freak out. You're fine. You're totally fine. Just exist. Be you. Just have fun. If you are having fun, you're doing it right. If you're not having fun, switch it up. That's my advice.
I love that. Don't freak out. Just have fun. Be yourself.
If it's uncomfortable, you don't have to do it.
I think this is great. I think we've said a bunch of helpful things. That's it for this video. That's where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for coming on the channel and for answering some of these questions.
I was thrilled to be invited. It was the honor of my lifetime.
Oh my God. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'm always down there in the comments reading and responding. An extra huge thank you, as always, to my VIP patrons, my vitally important producers. Because of all of you that I can make this type of content, I don't have to worry about being monetized or any of that stuff. I can just make gay shit. So thank you very much. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. There we go. Fourth time's the charm.
If your sex life, especially if you're like not menopausal,
which you know about being geriatric.
Yes, it's happened last week anyway, actually. But oh my God, oh my God. Why am I so old?
No,
but
you're not. 33, that's like prime.
Zoom.